Hi, this is Sam Major, and welcome to the second attempt to record this episode because my computer fucking restarted to do an update in the middle of the previous recording.
Thanks, Microsoft.
So anyways, in this part, we got Cat used to text Magical like usual, and in this part, we're going to talk more about Pro Jared, and we're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts, which is the game that we're watching right now.
Honestly, like...
I don't know about you, but I'm probably not going to repeat the stuff I said during the last recording because I've already forgotten what I said.
Yeah, there was really no hope of that happening. Like, the sad thing is, like, this small trailer thing is much more interesting than what actually came of FF15. And Noctis is just nursing the biggest hangover ever.
So that's a thing that they patched in the game at some point in between chapters 5 and 6. And here is chapter 6, where we last left off. There was death and stuff. And I'm trying to avoid the obvious joke because we made it in the last recording attempt.
They tried so hard.
I can't let her go it alone after everything that went down. It'll be a squeeze in the car, but just for a while.
It really feels like Nomura, when he did the character designs for the main 4 people in this game, he was being very thirsty.
Yeah.
Like, Gladiolus feels like the horniest male design from a Final Fantasy character I've ever seen, I think.
To be clear, Nomura isn't the costume designer in this one.
Ready to roll? Let's get this show on the road.
Fair. I
like
don't
he
know
created
Who's ready to kick some ass?
he created the characters, but the costume design is Roberto Ferrari, I think.
Okay. And here we have weird power lines. Because apparently one leg on a power line is not enough.
Reminds me of home.
It sure doesn't look like any of the cars you see around here.
Like, let's make these power lines look like weird people.
I can't imagine.
It's also like a gondola or something.
Have you ever ridden in one?
Can't say we have.
There was barely
Seems
enough room
very
for our
impractical,
luggage.
but okay.
Thank goodness you guys could give me a lift.
Think the others made it to
This looks like something I'd expect to see at like a theme park, not like an enemy fortress.
Maybe it is a theme park. It's like a theme park for citizens of the Empire to, like, go nuts.
And
like
here's me fixing the display settings that got fucked up a bit earlier when I tried to alt tab into Discord.
It's like
That is actually what happened.
amazing. It's like Westworld, but not a terrible TV show. And in a video game.
Like I alt tabbed out of Discord, and the game decided, oh, you must not want to be full screen anymore.
That's the Rock of Ravito.
This is why you do borderless windowed on this game.
You almost know your stuff.
All thanks to Jared.
I will say, though, I do like that the Regalia at least puts its roof up when it starts raining in-game. It's
Thank you for driving.
a cool touch, I guess.
Are you the only one that drives?
I can drive.
And so can I. It's not like Iggy's the only one who can drive.
I mean, if the Royal Convertible wasn't capable of putting its hood up, there would be some serious problems.
But there's no way the big guy's
Yeah.
taking any chances with his little sister in the car.
And as the dialogue just pointed out, unlike usual, you're not given the option to take the wheel and be a complete asshole because nobody trusts you driving the car with Eris in it.
Fine, no suffering here.
If you say
So like the car is supposed to be like an unusual piece of junk, or like unusual piece of junk, so that it is canon that Noctis is a bad driver.
Noctis is too
Well-
gay to drive.
Well, I mean, that's a possibility, but it's also like the car is so different from what's seen out in the region, because the region's technology is just so far behind the city of Insomnia. Like, despite being theoretically the same country until shortly before the events of the game, they don't even have the same currency.
Taking matters into hand?
delivering justice for Jared.
And for Talcott, too.
Iris, I'll need you to wait here.
Just leave your, like, 15-year-old sister in some seedy town in a car on her
Only
own.
fools rush in. I suggest we review our intelligence and devise a
But
plan.
she's not going in the car, she's going in the hotel, you see?
I mean, a seedy hotel isn't much better.
It's worse.
Yeah, the motel's also kind of seedy.
I mean, yes, the motel is worse than the car, but...
Need anything else?
At least in the car, like, you can just stick the radio on while you go for smokes for, like, 2 hours.
Take care.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want the car? We've got so many Final Fantasy OSTs to choose from in the entertainment system.
Yeah. It's like, when you're a
I
kid...
just bought 2 more.
Like, when you were a kid, did you ever want your parents to, like, make you go out with them? No, you just wanted to stay in the car and listen to the radio.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure the Dissidia and the Dissidia de Decim OSTs are actually the most complete ones available in the game.
Have a browse through our menu.
The special salmon.
Well, if you're game,
The salmon is people.
fiends are keen to play. Come back
Probably.
soon. Kenny's waiting for you.
Well, I mean, you heard that guy's laugh. There's definitely something wrong with it.
Instead of salmon, it's like some bad fish, like, I don't know. Mackerel.
Thank you for shopping with us. Thank you very much.
So anyway, time for another stealth mission. We are going to prepare by buying a few skills that aren't going to be that useful for the stealth mission, and then driving right up to the front door.
Yeah. I mean, nothing says stealth like driving your very conspicuous vehicle to the front door of, like, the enemy base.
Yeah, your very conspicuous vehicle whose decal is just the creation of Adam.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
like
how it works,
what's there's nothing conspicuous about like having the only was it Audi on the planet just drive right up to you.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, like, some robot stole the car and they're just bringing it to the Empire so the Empire can have their own sweet Audis. Checkmate, sheeple. Or some nonsense like that.
I mean, if we're going to talk about the weird problems in the world, how about the fact that this alien planet has American Express?
I mean, you've got to diversify somewhere. like markets on Earth not suitable for like credit card companies. Just hey, let's expand to some fantasy world.
Leave no plot of land unconquered.
Those are
Some
conquering
bullshit like
numbers.
that. I don't know.
Likely building a supply line it would behoove us to cut.
I find it interesting that like the FF10 battle theme and Torn from the Heavens are the only songs that start so quickly you can actually hear them through SCM changing
Won't make
the
it
song.
this time.
So the thing is, like, this, like, a lot of the, like, old battle themes have the same introduction, so it's impossible to, like, distinguish them.
Great day for a walk, huh?
Yeah, fair.
You think Iris is doing all right?
She is all alone.
She's a big girl. She'll be fine.
Well, even the open world battles in 15 start with that note pattern. It's what plays while the detection is filling.
Brawler, is she?
She's tough, but I'd feel better if we got this over with and got back on the road.
So we parked at the front. Step 2 of our stealth plan: run to the nearest soldiers and stab them in the face.
As opposed to
Or
stabbing
shoot them in the
back,
face.
which we're doing later.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna shoot them in the face.
Nothing to it.
You know, I really think that this game is just kind of missing an unarmed fighting style. Because, like, Noctis really does feel like the kind of person who would warp strike a person in the face by punching them. If he could.
I mean, punching somebody in the face is good shit.
Like I know theoretically there needs to be a weapon where he's warping to so he can actually warp to it, but he could just throw the gun in the general vicinity, warp strike over there, and then just punch him in the face.
Yeah. I would love to like see like Noctis like warp striking with a fist, like just throw your hand at somebody like. And then yeet yourself to your own hand.
Just going to astrally project a fist so we can fly over to it.
Yeah.
Any plan of attack? Plow right through them?
The first time I played this section took so goddamn long because I just couldn't tell that, you know, for this base infiltration mission, the start point is inside part of the base.
No use hanging around.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Like, that tooltip on the map just really doesn't show where it is. Which is like... okay, I guess.
It's specifically at the top of this watchtower, yeah.
It's like, I get it that, like, yeah, you can just use it to survey your realm
And take him into custody.
and such, but
Targeting
also
metal
it's
man will
dumb.
yield little in the way of reconnaissance, but bones bend easily. We'll split into 2 groups of 2. Prompto and Gladio will generate a diversion.
Oh yeah, making a scene's what I do best.
Noct, are you prepared?
Operation To Catch a Commander is go.
So last stealth mission was somewhat okay because if you screwed up, you could just fight everyone.
Insolence of that up-jumped
This
mercenary.
is the bad one because if you get caught, you have to start right over.
And you have this fucker talking over the whole thing.
Seize him on my signal. Stay hidden till then.
In the third
Like-
person, no less.
Why not just, like, murder everybody? Like, I know the game doesn't let you murder, but, like, the game should let you murder.
Like these guys are not able to pose a challenge to us. We're like twice their level.
What is that Chancellor playing at? I'm no man's fool. He sent Highwind to watch me.
Like, I just love how the game just says, like, warp kill. Like,
Who goes there?
There's a time to fight and a time to flee. This is
also, you'd think after detecting, like, you know, the fugitive prince of the enemy country once, that they would actually, like, pursue you and leave the commander guy actually, like, put him under actual guard again, not just...
That would make sense. Instead, Caligo has got to walk out 500 meters back and start his speech all over.
just idly saunter.
Standard protocol, clearly.
Is that Chancellor
Yeah.
playing at? I'm no man's fool. He sent Highwind to watch me.
So anyway, now we basically just have to keep the high ground while Caligo just slowly walks over to the end of the path.
I love playing Obi-Wan Kenobi Simulator.
It's no mere coincidence she and I meet wherever I go. Claims to trust her.
God
as
damn it.
What?
Hollow words from the mind behind the Magitech movement.
I mean, is this not just, like, half of what Obi-Wan Kenobi does in Attack of the Clones? Just dick around some, like, enemy base stealthily? I don't know. a
I
Star
mean,
Wars.
sure, yeah. Like, most of the prequel trilogy is just him being a fucking idiot while Darth Vader becomes Darth Vader.
It's clear, and I'll be
Yeah.
if that mercenary gets her grubby hands on
And then he chops 3 of Vader's limbs off.
Yeah. And then the 4th gets burnt off.
A lot more than the 4th gets burnt off.
Well, yeah. Really, like, when you think about it, the prequel trilogy to Star Wars is just a really, really long, drawn-out Black Knight sketch.
Yeah.
It's really slow, and then towards the end it just speeds up immensely.
I'll give Highwind one last chance to respond. Stand guard here. If the Commodore arrives, send her through.
I just find it funny how ominous this dude is to literally nobody in particular.
I think he's talking to the two robots.
Are those his emotional
Yes.
support robots?
Yes.
Yes.
Poor Caligo. He just has nobody who loves him, except his emotional support robots.
You know what? Maybe that's what Star Wars needed. Instead of all those fucking clones, there should have just been emotional support robots.
Everybody in Star Wars needs therapy.
Smells knocked. Closing from behind.
Like, imagine, like, nothing in that series happens if, like, anybody involved gets therapy.
So we are now going to tactfully subdue the enemy commander,
By grabbing a dubstep cannon.
but by which I mean just slamming him in the back.
You're in fine
Yeah.
form. Keep it up.
What?
Looks like they've
And then they just blow up the base.
Yeah, that's what we sent Gladio and Prompto to do.
time to let loose.
Yeah.
Although, judging by the plan, you would think that the explosion was supposed to happen first, but no.
Yeah, the diversion happens after we capture the commander. That makes a lot of sense.
So anyway, now we've got the dubstep cannon.
Anyway, so this is the Castra Meridianum simulator, where we have to blow up a field generator and fight our way through a bunch of soldiers after stealthing around while dodging a bunch of searchlights.
And there's also unskippable cutscenes.
Oh, and I guess also Castra Meridianum has a part where you like blow up a bunch of pipes. And I just did
Yeah,
that.
why is that the case? I don't even...
I think it's like you need to crash one of the field generators.
Honestly, at this point, like, basically nothing towards the end of A Realm Reborn makes sense. It's just like...
Yeah, the whole Castran Meridianum thing is that you're destroying the power generators that are creating the shield around the Praetorium.
Oh yeah. And then, like, the Praetorium itself is, like, bigger than Castrum Meridianum itself, when it's supposed to be a sub-facility or some nonsense. JRPGs have no sense of scale.
Well, the problem is that you don't see most of the Castrum because you're going through the trash compactor for like half of it.
Yeah. And Sid is there. Oh boy, is Sid there.
Sid's good.
Sid is good, but I wouldn't say A Realm Reborn Sid is good.
I mean, there's a lot of things in A Realm Reborn that are just bad.
Yes.
So anyway, we unleash the dubstep here. I'm not exactly sure what the noise blaster is supposed to do, but yeah.
It drops the bass. Like, Skrillex himself asked Nomura to put it in.
Anyway, this guy's easy, but again, we are massively over-leveled.
It's a giant. It's like the thing about, like, the giant robots in this game is they all look flimsy as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, they aren't buff, they're like the twinks of giant robots.
And now we are going to destroy this Magitech generator in the most flashy way possible. Blink.
Glad to see you lot were successful.
God, that's so... Why would you have, like, your Magitech field generator have a self-destruct button on it?
He's fled. He lives to die
Also, good fucking work, Ignis. You hand them over to a bunch of mercenaries and they just immediately lose him.
God damn it.
Unstable stabilizer. That doesn't seem like a smart thing.
Anyway, I'm just going to equip a lance because... Lance Jewel!
Hey, pretty boy. Let's see what you can do.
So this is Aranea. There's no point doing what I'm doing here because she basically has no elemental strengths or weaknesses, and basically she just flies around like a dragoon and hits fairly hard.
Yeah, she just, like, ruined Noctis's day there.
Yeah, the only reason why things haven't gone worse at this point is because you can't enter the danger state while the armor share is active. Like, luckily she's not that durable.
Yeah, she only has 46k health. When, like, you seem to be hitting for, like... very big chunks of that.
It does still, get delayed quite a bit because, of course, she is really hard to hit when she's in the air. And also a bunch of crappy soldiers show up as well.
Yeah, why are they here? What are they gonna accomplish?
They're gonna fuck up your targeting, so you auto-target something else, and then... Oh my god.
The physics engine in this game is really good.
It's the best.
Excellent game, to be honest.
And yeah, then we just slam her into the ground and battle over.
And then she just yeets herself into the stratosphere.
Already?
What time?
Quitting time. Sorry, but this girl doesn't work after hours.
It's fucking midnight!
Single gill in it for me.
Yeah.
We should play again sometime, pretty boy.
I would say obligatory horny character design, but
I mean, that
has-
design has been around since it was an All No More, so yeah, that is just peak horny design.
but like this
Yeah.
game also has Sydney, so no.
Did you kick their asses?
Oh yeah.
All in a day's work.
Hey, mind if I hang in your guys' room for a bit?
So that's that base done.
Eurus really is trying so hard.
Hey, it's me!
Not a bad shot if I do say so myself.
Not bad. It's great! You could be a professional cameraman.
I hold on to the hope.
That is a very horny photo.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's like, did they just stick all of the horny in this game in, like, the female characters?
No.
True.
Like, I don't know how you can even ask that question when Gladiolus is in our party.
Yes.
Iris is really touchy, though. But yes, this was the game that had like promo art of Gladio shirtless, all muscle, like playing basketball in a forest.
And
Yeah, there is no non-horny explanation for that.
Worse, you should be glad you didn't.
Yeah. The Loki guy was
yeah.
Also, his name is Gladiolus.
Without the marshal.
Yeah, little sword.
gone differently if he were here now.
Weenie peenie.
She offered to play again. Maybe we'll get the chance.
So now, more driving.
I love Road Trip Simulator.
And yeah, this is largely unexplored territory at this point. While you can go here in the previous chapter, this last southern section of Cape Cod, there's really nothing to do until this point. So this is probably the first time you drive down this far south.
Is it me or is this place begging to be explored?
Never been one to turn down an invitation. If what they say.
And then you just randomly decide, hey, let's do this dungeon that we drive past on the way.
As you do.
I mean, it's useful. I mean, Iris actually joined your party for this one, and this is one of the royal tombs.
I don't like the woods. Too many monsters.
You were just begging to explore it a moment ago, Prompto. What are you...
A million other
Doing.
things could be better.
I mean, you've got to remember that Prompto was stupid.
Yes.
We made it.
He is big dumb. McLarge huge dumb.
Oh, while you guys were gone, I saw a chocobo run past, and it had a person on its back. Have you guys
Well, no
ever
shit.
seen that before? I bet it'd be super fun.
Wait,
Call a bird for the lady.
Also, yeah,
She
so
has a
while Iris
fur-
is in your party, her chocobo is pink.
I love it. And, like, it's not just any pink, it's just, like, this really fluoro pink. What the hell?
So, Noct, what are you gonna do when we get to Kayam?
Me? Get ready to go to Altisha, I guess.
Right. Can't
Anyway, here's a thing.
he's all.
What is
Huh?
Thanks
that?
for the ride.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, this is one of the side things they added at some point. And I decided, sure, why the fuck not? And that's why this episode ends here.
Alright.
So next time, episode what? Because I still do not know how to fucking describe what happens in the next part.
Okay. Fair enough.